At least for this moment.
You know, when I first climbed this mountain above the fog, I thought to myself, now here is a metaphor worth taking in. You've entered a place of clarity, understanding, peace. While you're here in Acadia, Synthkind welcomes you as long as you welcome us.
Well, in that case, I want a Nuka-Cola, some stim packs, Kasumi Nakano returned to her family, and, a pony.
I see. I'm afraid some of those things I'm not in a position to give. Kasumi is here. She's safe and unharmed, and you're free to see her if you'd like. Before you do, though, tell me, do you think Kasumi is a synth?
We're not answering any more questions until you play straight with us. Just who the hell are you, really? There's only one synth with that kind of face and a mind of his own. And I only see him when I look in a mirror.
Nick? It can't be you.
Don't give me that. What are you trying to pull? I've never seen you before in my life.
Please, if you're willing to give me a chance, I can explain.
I know this joke. Two androids walk into a bar.
I'm afraid the punchline isn't going to be very funny. We were prototypes, Nick. The first synths capable of independent thinking and judgment.
Keep talking.
One of the Institute's experiments had to do with how our brains could process personality. If we could handle individualized feelings and behaviors, I was allowed to develop mine based on experience. But with you, they wanted to try transferring an entire personality into you. It took several attempts before the personality imprint worked. I saw you wake up not knowing who or what you were so many times. I couldn't let them do it to you anymore. We were the only two prototypes they made. I literally saw myself in you. You were my brother, Nick. I helped you escape the Institute. We left together.
If I were your brother, I'd remember.
That's where you'd be wrong. This happened over a century ago. There's only so much memory that can fit into the prototype brains we have.
Ah, I've heard enough. I think you and I need to talk about this. Maybe not now, though.
Is it really possible that you wouldn't remember any of this?
You mean between the Institute failsafes, the beatings I've taken over the years, and plain old age? Or are you buying this whole "there's only so much room" of their argument? I don't know. It's not like we've got the instruction manual.
Nick, is he really your brother?
If he is, it's news to me. Can synths even be related? Just because we're from the same assembly line, does that make us family? I gotta think about this.
We'll talk later. This is a lot to take in.
Nick, I don't need you to believe me. I'm just glad to see you again. Whenever you're ready, I'll be here. Now, about young Kasumi. It's important that you understand exactly why she's here. I asked you before if you think she's really a synth. If you could indulge me with an answer.
Who or what she is isn't important.
But it is. It's everything. Imagine just looking at your own hands and having to wonder, was I born with these? Or were they manufactured? None of us take this transition lightly. She's facing the possibility of her entire life being a lie. That someone stripped her very identity from her and made her into something she isn't. I want you to understand that before you see her. she has a chance here to live as a synth, not hiding, not pretending to be something else. One more question, if you'll indulge me. You're here for Kasumi, but I suspect there could be another reason you came to us. Tell me, are you a synth?
No, but if I squint real hard in the mirror, sometimes I look like someone else.
I'm afraid when I try that trick, nothing really changes. I know it might seem impossible that you could be a synth, but tell me, what's the first thing you can remember?
I was with my wife. We were getting ready for the day. I had to take care of my boy, Sean. And, well, a lot's happened since then.
But no memories before then? No childhood? Your first best friend? Your first kiss? That's usually a sign. Data is easy to migrate, but feelings, that's a hard thing to transfer into another mind. Isn't it funny how a memory can feel like a whole different reality? People, places, even sounds and colors can change. Or someone else has changed them. I won't lie to you. There will always be other explanations. Trauma, disease, the background radiation. They all take their toll on the mind. But I can promise you that you will be accepted here. Whatever you decide is true for yourself.
Thank you. You've given me a lot to think about.
I'm glad to hear it. Acadia is open to you. Feel free to walk the grounds. Introduce yourself to my co-founders, Faraday and Chase, and I'm sure you're eager to talk to Kasumi. She's usually working down below. Is there anything else you need from me?
I should get...
Of course.
Perhaps we're in there a long time. Are you feeling all right?
I'm fine. You worry too much.
Sometimes I feel like you don't worry enough.
Hey.
You know we blew
What's the
3 more
plan?
relays this
What?
week. I'm coming
Oh,
in.
sorry.
You stay right there.
Just got my head full of what Dima was talking about. It's a bit of a shock. What do you think he is, really? Family?
He's having a hard enough time keeping up with repairs before all this
It's
nonsense. with
hard to deny it, Nick.
I spent a long time wondering if the Institute had made any other prototypes.
About you,
If I was just a
Demon. Can't solve all the
failure,
world's
or
problems.
they gave
Certainly
up,
Not all at once.
just
Dearest
plain got
Faraday,
bored.
Relax.
I always thought I was just more of their discarded trash. I never thought of the possibility that someone wanted me out. Helped me escape. There's got to be some kind of proof out there. What really happened between me and Dima? I'd appreciate it if we could keep an eye out.
Of course, Nick. We'll find something.
Thanks. I know we don't have much to go on. Just keep me in mind if you...
Okay, now that part is now active. I am going to fast travel and then venture out to Longfellow's cabin while we do that and wait for stuff. Go ahead and get that going. And we're going to kind of use Longfellow's cabin as a player home while we're here.
I have my hands full helping my people.
Where are the local police?
You been to the tannery? You find my tools yet?
I'll repeat, there are no police in Far Harbor.
The family legend has it we hail from Yorkshire. Not entirely sure where that is.
We originate in Yorkshire. Sounds Scottish to me. Alright. Now then. There are a couple things I want to do here. Alright, I'll keep the weapons in the footlocker. And then the consumables, I'm going to store in here for the time being until I can get a trade established here. Alright. Now. I doubt I have enough material to do this. Do I have enough material to build a recruitment beacon? No, I didn't think so. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back to the Commonwealth very briefly. And we're going to bring 2 settlers from Jamaica Plain here. Actually, I'm going to send like 5 settlers. No. How many settlements are in Far Harbor? 4. So I should probably send 8 settlers if I could spare them. I'm making Jamaica Plain and Vault 88 more or less my recruitment stand. That's 3. Four. 5. And head back to Vault 88 and get the non-jumpsuit sailors out, because I don't really need them. Seven. 8. I'll keep the beacon on here. Yeah, it seems unnecessary to have that many people in just one location, but but half of them are going to be my supply route. So I'll do the scrapping and building it up off screen. But I need something kind of temporary here. So once the settlers show up.
The girls are so pretty. I first set my eyes on sweet Molly Malone.
Hi.
We heading out?
That's right. Let's get going.
After you, then.
You sure you two are gonna be all right out there?
Quit your worrying, middleman. We'll be fine.
Huh, I didn't know that he had dismissal dialogue. Alright, so the settlers are just kind of standing there. Alright, I need you to set up my supply line so we can start building some stuff. I'm not going to do anything like extravagant yet. I'm just going to kind of build like a temporary shelter for them, nothing too special, but away from the main cabin. Over here would be fine. Down here on the beach. Easiest water purifier of my life. And I'll put some mute fruit here. And a few extra potatoes.
Sure.
Alright. And a defense. Defense. Put a couple turrets here. And then one near the beach because enemies like to spawn down here. And those are all the basic necessities. So, let's upgrade this beast since I've got a bike.
Damn near lost a finger last time I tried.
All right. Now then. All right, back to Acadia. Also, if you don't realize where we are, apparently we're in Maine.
Maybe someday more places in the world will accept us for who we are. If it weren't for Acadia, I'd be dead. No question about it.
Aster is part of a recipe we will be able to do later on.
You track Kasumi here. I'm impressed.
Hey.
You track Kasumi here. I'm impressed. Perhaps not as quietly or efficiently as possible, but thankfully she was never in any real danger. I'm afraid your journey was unnecessary.
And miss out on a fun boat ride? Never.
Well, then at least you have the return trip to look forward to. Acadia is a safe haven for synths. Were it not, I would not have aided anyone in reaching it. Every synth I've tracked down, every synth convinced to come here, has been assured that he or she will come to no harm. My job is to make sure they all remain safe, no matter what. Understand?
How do you manage to track down synths and bring them here?
I have a network of contacts throughout the area. Some from my time with the Institute, some after. I know the Institute's tactics, and use that to my advantage. You have Dima's blessing, so by all means, make yourself comfortable.
So, what's your...
I used to be a courser, returning synths that had escaped from the Institute. I was tracking a synth and instead found Dima. He convinced me of the truth, and the error of my ways. I rejected the Institute, made sure they couldn't track me, and dedicated my life to instead helping synths find freedom.
I'd like to help you all. Is there anything I can do?
Actually, as a matter of fact, there is. If you're serious about contributing. Well, we've got a situation I need someone to look into. You've had some experience traveling around the island, so you may be decently equipped to handle it.
All right, I'm listening.
We were expecting a new synth to arrive, and he should have been here by now. There's been no sign of him, and I'm concerned that he might have become lost on the way here.
I'll find out what I can.
You should start by talking to Brooks in Far Harbor. He's one of us, a synth. He's the one who meets the new arrivals and gets them started on the journey here. Of course, he's not likely to tell you anything without proof that you're working for me. If he doesn't cooperate, tell him that his designation is L792. That should convince him. That's as much help as I can give you for now. Please, hurry. If that synth is out there alone, he won't last long.
circuitry is completely fried.
Kasumi Nakano?
Sorry, I'm right in the middle of something.
Your parents sent me. They want you to come home.
They did what? You came all this way for me. Look, my mom and dad, I mean, those people that were taking care of me, they wouldn't want me back. Not if they knew the truth.
Because you're not really...
Yeah, exactly. I thought if I just left, it would be easier for them. How would that conversation have gone anyway? I've been lying to you this whole time? Your real daughter is dead and I replaced her?
Kasumi, I think you're just confused.
I really wish that was true. If I wasn't a synth, things would be so much simpler. Acadia isn't what I thought it was. There's more going on here than just the refuge. But I can't leave until I've gotten to the bottom of it. I've been running long enough.
If something's going on, then I can help. Just tell me what's happening.
I don't know how you could. Wait, of course you can help. You find things, track down answers. That's what you do, right? That's why you came after me. What if I told you that there's a secret? A big secret here, on this island. Something way more important than just one lost girl.
All right, I'm listening.
Okay, where to begin? You saw all those computers that Dima's hooked up to, right? They hold his memories, or offload data from his brain. Or maybe some combination of both? Well, Faraday asked me to help do some repairs on them, and, you know, I got curious. There's like a century's worth of life experiences in there. And that's when I see it. Data models Dima has been making. One was the fog taking over Far Harbor. Another was a nuclear detonation on the island. Plus, death counts. What if Dima is so open and welcoming because he's actually hiding something from us? A plan to wipe out the rest of the island.
I'll help if I can.
I know. I've been working on that, but I haven't had much luck. I keep seeing Dima, Faraday, and Chase head into the laboratory at the other end of the hall. Then they come out later looking like there's actually a storage space right next to there. It'd be a perfect spot to hide and eavesdrop. I've also tried breaking into Faraday's terminal, since he and Dima are so close, but the security on it is crazy.
This'll be easy.
All right. Good luck.
Okay. Ba.
Acadia's far away enough from the Institute that we don't have to worry, right?
Every day's a struggle here. But at least we don't have to hide.
No such thing as junk, as far as I'm concerned. Everything's got a use.
Hey, at least someone gets it. Items were sent into your store. Oh, that must be Nuka World. Alright. Just gonna kind of ignore that. Never heard the ambient music here. Interesting.
Acadia's far away enough from the Institute that we don't have to worry, right?
I assume you're not planning on staying long.
Gosh, after a welcome this warm, who wouldn't want to just stay forever?
This place isn't for you. Acadia is only as secure as we make it. We take unnecessary risks, we get careless, and things. If there's a synth who needs a safe place, then we take them in. Let them live. That makes you, and it's nothing personal.
You can relax.
Just don't cause any. You want to buy something or what?
Sure. Let's take a look.
It's not much.
I think he actually has one of the weapons I want. Yep, there it is. Old Reliable. Shoots an additional projectile for little money, which is kind of ironic. Alright, grab the ammo for it. Then what we will be doing is, I'm going to use Aternus as my primary gun. And if you happen to have a grenade launcher, that would be cool. Nope, asking for too much. But as I look at things, why do we still have pipe weapons at this point in the game? Holy crap. Ah, there's one. Go and grab one of these two. Then don't need those. Still some of these fusion cores because I don't need that many. So some of these RPG missiles as well. Ah.
So you're that new fellow from the Commonwealth.
Acadia may not look like much from the outside, but it's all some of us have got. It certainly wasn't what I was expecting.
Oh, sure. A little hope.
I know. When I first escaped. But I heard rumors of Chase, and now here I...
You're lucky to have found a place in the...
Yeah, I guess. I've just got to keep telling myself.
You want to buy something or what?
Yeah, some of them don't really say much or really add much to any side quests or give you any. They're just kind of here.
Hi. Sounds like you got the all clear. So what's your story?
I came here looking for Kasumi.
Oh, isn't that sweet of you? That Kasumi's a good enough kid, I suppose. A little confused, maybe. But then, aren't we all? Not that anyone's asking, but I'll tell you. It all gets easier to deal with when you realize none of it matters. What you are, where you came from, let go of all that, and life gets simple.
You must be the life of the party around here.
Hey, if we had parties, I damn well would be. Anyway, lately I've taken to amusing myself with trading. Don't have much to work with, but I'm always happy to make a good deal. Let me know if you need something.
Let's see what you got.
Let's do some business.
Do you have anything unique? Doesn't look like it. Recon. Oh. Something I can't really afford.
You want to buy something or what?
I've just got to keep telling myself I'm better off here than dead.
So, I understand you've seen a good bit of our island. What do you think?
Quaint, with sort of an old world, burn it to the ground and salt the earth kind of charm.
Interesting. Of course, it was already burned to the ground once. I'm not sure this island, with all of its danger and beauty, predates you and I. The ecosystem isn't what it... and it will continue to adapt. Long, and then... pass...
That sounds like a...
Well, thank you. I should note that I'm not fully versed in human anatomy. But since Dima has approved of you...
Uh-huh. I'd like to help you.
Oh, well, okay.
Right.
There's a flower native to this island. A species of the... It doesn't quite have the brilliance of color that I understand it once did.
Sure.
I'm personally rather fond of them, but lately have been investigating secondary chemical If you could bring me additional samples, I can offer you a meager amount of caps. If...
Uh-huh. I have some flowers.
These will do nice. As promised, here are your caps.
So, for one piece of aster, she
Acadia
gives
may not
us
look like much from the
8
outside.
caps.
It's all some of us have got.
That's alright.
No sense turning your nose up at something that might be useful.
I mean, it's alright.
Can I help you?
A lot of the quests aren't really that interesting because they're like, go here, go there, do this, do that sort of thing. But the lore around them is interesting.
Hey there.
So, you've talked to Dima. You know why we're here. I certainly hope that you'll consider helping us. Dima's vision is worth fighting for.
You're right. It is a good cause. Synths definitely deserve to be safe, just like everyone else.
It's so good to hear that. Very encouraging. Please, make sure Dima knows that as well. He's put so much of himself into this. All his time and energy devoted to helping others. He never stops to think of himself. Sometimes I worry about... well, if I wasn't here to make sure his equipment is all functional. And that's not even mentioning maintaining the fog condensers. So many things to keep track of.
Right. Right?
No. Not really.
If there's anything I can do to...
Well, if you're determined to help, there is something you could do. There's a boat along the coast of the island. It was transporting some hardware we needed. The boat never finished the trip, you see. So the drives are still out there. I could really use them here for extra parts, if nothing else. My understanding is that the boat wrecked southwest of here. So, does this sound like something you could handle?
Uh-huh. What happened to the boat?
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Trappers, fog crawlers, there's no end to what's out there. And what might still be out there. The point is that we already lost someone once.
I don't do much.
Ah, right. Of course.
Mm-hmm. Didn't you say this might be dangerous?
Well, yes, there is that possibility.
Uh-huh. Sure thing, Faraday. I'll get the drives for you.
Thank you.
Hey, Dima.
Is there anything I can do?
Kasumi says she's seen parts of your memories. Death projections. For Far Harbor and the center of the island.
That's unfortunate. She should be focusing on herself, her new life. She shouldn't have to bear the burden of the outside world. Please, this is a matter best left to me and my advisors. We aren't planning to destroy the island. Those projections were merely to help us realize the cost of inaction.
Sounds like a lot of fancy talk aimed at throwing us off the trail. Must mean we're onto something.
If this thing involves the whole island, then you need help. I can be your problem solver if you let me in.
I suppose there's something to be said about refusing help, even when it's offered and you're in need. There's a conflict that's been brewing on this island, shortly after we built Acadia. Between Far Harbor and the Children of Atom.
Simply put, They want to kill each other, and each side wants us to help them.
We've tried to stay neutral, but Far Harbor was going to be wiped out by the fog, so that's when we built the condensers for them.
And I was friends with the previous leader of the Children of Adam, Confessor Martin. I even gave them their headquarters, the submarine base they named the Nucleus.
Which was a mistake, because Martin is gone and the new Confessor, Tectus, is completely insane.
He's been threatening us, to force us to choose a side. I left behind something very important in that submarine base I gave them.
Dima's earliest memories are stored in the military computer banks in that base. The pre-war security systems and Confessor Martin's goodwill were supposed to keep them safe.
But now Tectus is in charge, and he's after Dima's memories. We don't even know what's in them.
But we do know that I spent nearly a century on this island alone. Whatever's in there is too dangerous to allow Tectus to get his hands on them.
You left your...
As a prototype synth, my raw data capacity is limited. I began using computer banks to expand, to give me room to ponder. I had to leave some of my earliest memories behind when I left the...
You're keeping Far Harbor safe, is that it?
Not exactly. They're fiercely independent. But the fog was starting to choke more and more of the island. We would give them the technology to keep the fog at bay, in return for them being a lifeline to the outside world. A safe dock. Unfortunately, the Children of Adam view the radioactive fog as a holy portent, and their bloodied history with Far Harbor puts us at awe.
The Children of Adam on this island?
Yes. I know their faith in radiation as a type of god is a bit different. But who am I? Was using a submarine base as a home when Martin and his followers stumbled inside. They had been cast out of Far Harbor for their belief. When I left to found Acadia, I knew the base would be in safe hands. They needed a home, a place to belong, just like I did. But now Martin is gone, and his successor, Tectus, wants to finally end the feud with Far Harbor by letting the fog swallow them.
Shut up. So what can I do to help?
If you're willing to retrieve what I've lost, and bring my memories back to me, then we'd all be one step closer to solving this conflict without bloodshed.
You'll have to get through the Children of Adam's base. You're new on the island, so you might be able to pose as a...
Then, once you get to the memory banks, you'll have to use a special program Dima and I have been working on to break through the security system.
It's not going to be like a normal hack. You'll be breaking through a version of my own mental network. It'll consider you to be an intruder. I've loaded the program with some instructions I've recorded that will help guide you through it. I'm afraid it's difficult to explain without seeing it for yourself.
I'm gonna replace all your memories with pictures of cats. Meow.
Well, I suppose that would certainly make remembering some of my darker hours more fuzzy. In all seriousness, good luck. I understand the risks you're taking on our behalf. It's in all our best interest. One more thing before you leave. Whatever you do, don't assault the Children of Adam directly. Our ultimate goal must be to bring peace. If you attack them, they'll consider themselves at war with the outside world.
I've got no love for those mindless fanatics at the Nucleus. I won't complain if it comes to violence. Hell, I'm hoping it does.
Hey.
Go ahead.
Your thoughts?
Damn. Can't remember.
Ugh. Nothing else for now.
Right then. Lots of those old pre-war relics still lying about.
Geez,
Just
Aki's
once,
sleep
let
in a
me
server
find
room.
A pair of socks that don't have holes in them.
Could only imagine.
I've just gotta keep telling myself I'm better off here than dead.
You're new here too, huh?
Excuse me.
I mean,
New guy, right?
I haven't been here that long myself.
I'm not anybody.
Sorry.
It's not your fault. You try having somebody botch a mind wipe on you and see how it feels.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, you couldn't have.
Turns out Dima's earliest memories are in the hands of the children of Adam. He's afraid of what they're gonna find.
So, is that what those death projections were about? It wasn't Dima planning to destroy the island. He's worried the children of Adam will. Or is he still hiding something? What could be in those memories that he would leave them behind? Is there really something in them that's dangerous? Do you have a way in? Into his memories?
I got this program that Faraday and...
Really? How would that work? When I was taking a peek in the computers he has here, Dima was hooked up to his chair. I wonder if you'll need to, you know, connect to the old banks the way he does? Some kind of connection between your head and the computer. Oh, but that's it. And then Faraday's program would be translating Dima's thoughts and data, helping you through... I'm sorry, I'm making assumptions. It's just... well, it's a little like...
I'll get Dima's memories.
Good luck.
Sorry, I just kind of like turbo through some dialogue, but it's like that's kind of the setup here. There is a lot of dialogue.
Institute that we don't have to worry, right?
Yes.
By the way, I never knew you weren't supposed to break in here, but I guess it really doesn't matter.
That's it.
What are the odds? First word's the password. Just having my way with the place because there are things that I still need, even though it's not entirely necessary now.
Need something?
Anything interesting?
God, no. You looked around this place? So?
So, what's your story?
Me? No, nice of you to ask.
Okay, so I guess we don't activate his quest until we finish with Faraday's quest. Alright. Well, I got everything I wanted.